All right, so this is just We the People News. So we're going to go back to Bill of Attainer because I think it's a very important issue that we're standing on. All right, a couple of videos back, it was a totally different group of people that's trying to do justice within the unjust. Okay, this YouTube channel, however, goes a little deeper, but this YouTube right here, the tribe, okay? You guys really need to kind of check him out. He goes through maximums, American jurisprudence, and he does these things slowly so we can comprehend the words and the language they are using. All right. Now, I'm not an attorney, so anything I say or do is not legal advice. However, I will give you my opinion at times, and this is one of them. Get a copy of this. All right. Put it in your court case. What's the worst that's going to happen? Deny it, throw it in the trash, and you never see it again in your court case. All right. So let's proceed forward. By the way, that was not legal advice. Even though I never signed a contract to the bar, they like to use their alleged authority on people that's not contracted out to them. And we're operating in hearsay all the time. So let's knock out the hearsay part. All right. Or at least comprehend. Okay, let's go ahead and proceed forward. I'm going to probably do 5 of this because I'm going to break it up. But remember, go to the tribe. You will actually learn a lot from this man. Okay?
Zoom in on this a bit. All right, so we're doing this article. It's by Richard Palmquist. It's Could Administrative Law Be Unconstitutional? So this isn't the voice of Mr. Palmquist. However, there's a lot of good material in here, references, and some rather good arguments that it would be, I think, very valuable for us to comprehend and to be able to articulate the essence of what Mr. Palmquist is trying to describe here, and to explain why our founding fathers may have actually felt this way as opposed to how some of the courts today feel about these administrative laws. So let's get right down to it. Could administrative law be unconstitutional? I am sure we won't find the United States government breaking its own laws. And that was by Richard Bach, Bridge Across Forever. Evidently fiction. At the risk of being accused of tilting at windmills, I will discuss here what seems to be a significant gap between the requirements of the U.S. Constitution contrasted with the reality in government today. Sanity is judged by how accurately we perceive reality. Is it insane to expect government agents and elected officials to understand and abide by that Constitution? Perhaps. Then again, it might not be that all people working in government are sane themselves if they show they cannot understand or be conformed to the procedure set down in that document. So let's look at a few things here. If they're asking if it's insane to expect government agents and elected officials to understand and abide by that Constitution, perhaps it is, because how accurately are we perceiving reality? Let's not fool ourselves. Then again, it might not be all that people working in government are saying themselves if they show they cannot understand or be conformed to the procedure set down in that document. So do you get where we're getting at here? It might be that not all people working in government are saying themselves if they show they cannot understand or be conformed to the procedure set down in that document. To conform is an important word here. We want conformity with our procedures. That's why we have elected officials and government agents. They are to conform with the procedure set down in documents. So, let's continue here. I want to be very clear as we start this, what we're trying to build as far as our case here. To agree with what is written here could make you a cellmate of the writer in the looting bin of society. Or is there hope? Nobody would want to live in a city where streets were not paved, sewage ran in open troughs through town, or Old West six-gun law enforcement was necessary. We want an orderly society. Society depends upon the rules set down in administrative law to provide order and peace. Should the government in charge of providing order follow the procedures established by the Constitution to guide them in that job? Or should that government have absolute power? If the Constitution places power in the jury, should juries apply power, or should bureaucrats assume power over us? Now that's an interesting argument. This is an argument where one might wonder about where the role of the juries here comes into this. So now we're starting to have a little bit of foreshadowing.
Pause there for a second. I'm giving my opinion, not legal advice. Now, that being said, the founding fathers also said that the jury is basically like a fourth branch of government. Jury notification. I'm not telling you. I'm just bringing it up. You guys heard about it. So do your own research. Okay? Jury notification is judging the law, not the judge. We, the people, the jury, is judging the law. Enhances the reason why your sheriff, when you order him to arrest that judge, that he is lawfully obligated to. But it's just opinion, not giving legal advice. All right?
Was there ever a wall? If so, what made it fall? The Constitution placed a wall of protection between government and the people. The U.S. Constitution, in Article 1, Section 9, is titled, Limitations on Powers Granted to the United States. In paragraph 3, we read, No bill of attainder shall be passed. If this provision is understood in its full meaning, what the founders seem to have done is to cause any law to be subject to review by we the people, putting a wall of protection between government and those it serves. At the Yorktown display in Williamsburg, Virginia, history opens our eyes to this issue. The museum plaque explains, April 1764, Parliament passes the Sugar Act to raise money from the colonies through import taxes. In response, Boston merchants refused to buy English luxury goods. Above this plaque is displayed a quotation from James Otis, Jr., a Boston lawyer, who wrote, in The Rights of the Boston Colony, 1764, taxes are not to be laid on the people, but by their consent. Otis's declaration, steeped in his education in English law, expresses the conviction held by the Founding Fathers. They would only tolerate a new government, provided that government would be guaranteed to serve the people rather than demanding service from the people.
All right, so we're going to go to the next page here, and already took some time. But I'm going to go ahead and stop you here because we will go ahead and do another one to get a clear composition of these words he's speaking. Right? So I'm breaking it down. If you want the full version of this whole thing, again, I really want you guys to go to the tribe. Okay? And subscribe to him. Okay? Again, he does maximums, American jurisprudence, and he digs deep in what American jurisprudence is, which is a guidebook for all the other judges and attorneys to go by. That being said, it's written by attorneys. So that when you go through there is a little bit of a friction in some of these words. And that's what I like about him. He slowly speaks. And to really comprehend the words, it has been written. All right, we're going to go back into what? The trickery of words, people. This will be the People News. Till next time, bye.